Is this camera on me? Nah, I'm gonna do an R. Kelly soundboard real soon. But it's funny. Like my soundboard right now is effing with me. So it's just it is what it is. It's crazy how we pick and choose the days. Anyways, I gotta show you guys something. This message is to all the purple pillars, the hope strategists. You know, even I like Fresh and Fit. I like the show. The Fresh and Fit fans, the hope that the people that think that women are gonna return back to what they are, or feminists are gonna learn the error of their ways. I gotta show you something. Real quick. Fair use, by the way. Fair use. I gotta show you a clip, and I'm when you see it, it's gonna be funny, man. Fair use. I want you to see this clip of a lady, and you can see she's on the chunky side, but she's gonna talk about what she thinks about DNA tests, paternity tests.
He then said that he wanted the DNA test. And it was, why do you want a DNA test? Oh, no, because she cheated on me. That's not my kid. You know that that's your kid. I will never give you a DNA test. That's not going to happen. No. Because I know, of course not.
But if he's asking for it.
I will not go it. I did my research. I will never, ever give him a DNA test. You will need to take me to court. I will never. Because then that's me justifying your lie.
But also
you
like giving
think so? But
I don't think it's justifying the lie. I think if you don't trust me about that, here it is. It's a like this.
But he knows that this is his. He knows so much that he had reached out to his brother, and his brother had contacted me, and his brother was like, "Hey, I've been talking to him. He wants to know if you'll do a DNA test." And I
fair use
told him, and I even sent him the text messages. He knows that this is his kid. I have everything in text.
No, okay, I see what you mean.
I will not get a kid. For what? You look at my
tell
kid
him like,
now.
this is it.
No, because you knew.
Yeah.
You know for a fact that this is your kid, even without seeing him.
Yeah.
You know that this is your kid, and then for you to go and say that now, okay.
Fair use.
Let me see how far I could go with this lie. Let me get her to do a DNA test so then I could tell all of my family I wasn't there and you guys weren't there because I didn't know it was my kid. That is BS. That's a lie.
Yeah, but I also feel like it's like, you think it's a lie?
That's what I'm saying.
He then said that he wanted the DNA.
I might replay back the video. I might. Let's see. I might replay back the video for you guys, but nah. But you see the delusion. Now, I want you to all the young people that's under the age of 23 or whatever, all the ages. This is the average mindset of most. People might think I'm wrong. All the feminists think that way. Damn near all the feminists have that kind of serious mindset. Not necessarily about the DNA, but I'm talking about the mental gymnastics that they will go through to avoid accountability. That's what I mean when I say this is the mindset of most. You see all the mental gymnastics that she'll go through? I always say this. There's three things that ladies fear the most. Average dudes. I said, yeah, average dudes, women that are younger than them, and 3, paternity tests. It used to be just 2. It used to just to be just 2. That was 3 because of the advent of paternity tests. Man, it just, when you tell them take that thing, it's interesting that even the people that you think are good people, are good women and whatnot, you be surprised the shuffling that they do. And it goes to prove there's always another man in the ring. There's always another man in the picture. Because it really shouldn't be a problem. Just take the paternity test. We like I said, we've been around women. They always want to be right. So you would think that, oh, if I just take the paternity test, I'll be proven right and I can use it against him, because women will use anything against you that you did. they'll use it, especially in the court in the future. So now, but they still don't want to take that paternity test. Tells you everything you need to know. Now, the reason why I showed you this clip, all right, this is the average mindset. You might not believe me. This is the average mindset. And this is why I try to tell people, do not argue with feminists. They are possessed by an evil spirit. that is my conclusion. That's what I've stuck with. They are possessed by an evil spirit. It's just straight delusion. You're not going to go anywhere with them. People think that, I don't know, like, because I'll be watching Fresh and Fit for the entertainment value, and there'll be these dudes in they're never going to get it. I'm like, guys, they don't have to. They can afford to do that. This is why I try to, I'm like, for example, there are so many people that keep asking, like, certain red pill content creators, yo, react to Myron Gaines and Sheehan Reynolds. Of course, bruh. Why waste my time reacting to a video like that? We already know what she's going to say. Nothing. She has nothing to say. She's just going to say the same shit. Female and men can be friends. And why does my body count? It's always the same thing. They're always going to push that on you. Now, here's the thing about the clip that I just showed. Do you know who's the big culprit in this? The men. It's 3 niggas in there. And nobody's going to call out, like, you see how the guy in the blue suit in the end is like, oh, I get it. Now, you guys will be so quick to call out Fresh for being like a simp or stuff. Why don't you call out these dudes when they have hoes on their podcast talking nonsense? Somebody should have told her, just give him the paternity test, bro. If you have nothing to hide. Just give him the paternity test. Nobody was man enough to be like, what? My cousin, he has his own podcast. These hoes, they all think that. They all say stupid shit like that, and they don't ever get called out by it. And these dudes, these are the real simps, bro. These are the real simps. People that will not call hoes out. Oh, he has to take me to court. I'm like, just give him the damn paternity test. Now, if you're doing all of that, now that's why he dipped. Oh my! Now kid's gonna go. Well, who's my father? He was an asshole. No, you wouldn't give him a paternity test because there was another dude. If there wasn't another dude, just take the paternity test. It'll clear up everything you need. It'll clear up everything. This is why I tell people, do not argue with these people. You're really like we shouldn't even I don't know, because it's a lot of people. They expect they expect people like that to be like responsible people. They're not. They're evil. Like I said, like, okay, I gotta show you. I'll show you another clip to prove this. I'm gonna show you another clip to prove this because I got all these saved. Because this is a PSA. This is gonna be a PSA for you people for you dudes to not like. I like how Fresh and Fit does their thing because they were kind of like. I'm not gonna say, because people have done this in the past. Like I said, the reason why I know what to expect is because I used to watch a show. I used to watch a show called the Zoe Williams Show. Right? He would literally the Zoe What Show. He used to have something on Dash Radio. He'd have all the women come on this thing. This is 2017, 2018, 2016, 2015. Some of the shows I watched. That's kind of how yeah. Around that time when I was watching Corey Holcomb and all those stuff, and I started seeing Zoe What's podcast. especially I watched a lot of Zowat's old shows from like 2015. He would have all these hoes on the podcast, all the hoes on there, and they would be talking about nothing, absolutely nothing. They have nothing to say. The stuff that they would talk about, Zoe would literally just be like, bruh. Yo, that's why when I started watching Fresh and Fit, I know what to expect. I'm like, oh, this is a nice, I just appreciate it for what it is. It's a nice setup. Usually when I watch Fresh and Fit, I watch the shows before, because I don't even watch I don't watch the after hour shows. I don't. The only time I watched the after hour shows when Tommy was on, when Tommy Sotomayor was on. Like, to watch the after hour shows, I can only watch like the little clips and stuff, because just you're not there's really nothing to gain from that, unless if you're a person that's I would only recommend Fresh and Fit to watch the after hour shows if you know a person, if you want to get into an industry where it's a lot of women in there and you got to work with them. Just watch that show and just see what to expect. And yeah, I can see, but there's really nothing to gain. There's nothing to gain from that thing, man. There's really nothing to gain. Only because I saw the Zowat show. He would have these hoes come on there. They'd be talking about nothing, absolutely nothing. So back to my point. Let me bring up my other thing real quick, because I got to bring up one other point, one very important point. Let me bring this up real quick. Hopefully I didn't lose it. So right here, this is the beautiful thing about TikTok and like Instagram. They're just now, the ladies are just telling us what it is. They're just the feminists, the ladies, all the like I said, I believe all women are feminists. So I just say the feminists, they're just literally telling us we got the bro code, they got the sis code, the girl code, whatever. And it is exactly what I thought it was. Watch this here. Oh, God. I forgot the copyright, but the girl code, you can see it says, we rescue girls from creeps. Number 1. Number 2, don't fight over a guy. Number 3, if you have an extra tampon, help a sister out. And what I want you to pay attention to is number 4. It says, always take her side, regardless of who she's up against. What does that sound like to you? Believe all women. Or if you're always in the situation, like, why are you defending her? You always wonder why, like, ladies just don't just defend each other. just no matter what it is. And it could be like just dead wrong. And you're just like, why? That's part of the girl code. I always knew that was part of the they just never say it. But like I said, they're snitching on themselves. Never choose a guy over each other. Number 6, if you arrive together, you leave together. Yeah, if anybody that goes to the clubs, you already know how that works. Hence why, like, if you find a girl cute and she could be feeling you, but then she goes to the bathroom with her girlfriends and they do a whole huddle up and then they come back and now they're not interested in you. That's what that is. Unless if you're a famous person, then that's another story. Now, the last one, tell a girl if her man is cheating on her. Now, here's the thing about that. Not only is that true, when they're like I'm saying, like they're so quick to expose dudes. Not only that, even the side chicks are so quick to expose. Most side chicks do not play their position, or they play their position, but then they get tight. They start asking for things. Like I tell these dudes, there's no such thing as free pussy, man. There's no such thing. Get that out your head. Tristan Tate had to find out the hard way. There ain't no such thing as free. This is a grown man too, Tristan. Well, bro, you should know there ain't no such thing as free. You see that how much that cost, that free pussy cost to your brother and his reputation. It's another story. Anyway, Not taking a shot at Tristan, but it's just, hey, don't get that thing out your head with this whole genuine desire. Everybody pays. Everybody pays. All right? Everybody pays. So now, that was the girl code. They just showed you it. And I want you to pay attention to number 4. Always take her side, no matter who she's up against. And you wonder why. It's like people's like, why are they so they're just confirming the delusion amongst each other. They always take the lady's side, aka hashtag me too, aka hashtag believe all women. This is why, as a guy, it needs to be up to you, if she's full of caca, to call it out. That's why I like Fresh and Fit, because at least Myron will call them out for being full of caca. He's one of the few that do that. Same with Fresh too, but he has a different strategy on how he deals with things, you know. So I always see where he's coming from. You know, it's this is, I tell people, do not argue with feminists online, on IG, in real life. You know, people think, you know, it's cool to be like, I'll be seeing like these street interviewers, they be going in asking these people, what do you think about Andrew Tate? I don't even pay attention to that. You wasting your time. Like the people that are thinking that, you know, ladies is finna wake up and just discover the error of their ways, homie, you looking for something that does not exist. All right, you got to pay attention to what you're doing. Make sure you're holding yourself accountable as a man first. You know what I mean? And so when the female madness happens, you tell her what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they'll just know not to pull shit on you. When I was, you know, obviously I had my simp ways when I was younger, but one thing I never tolerated, and I made sure I would cut that out, and when girls would start talking crazy about a dude that she's with, or she start saying, oh, he did this to me, I would always cut that out. And women just started, they would understand, oh, that's my MO. Don't do that, because what women will try to be like, oh, they because like I said, you know, women have like this army of simps that they can just like they can summon like Shadow Khan from Jackie Chan Adventures, and they can just summon the simps onto you, and you'd be like, did he? And you probably didn't even do anything. All you just did was you just didn't obey her that one time, and now you got these simps on your ass. Just like you got these simps. When I drop my video about just pearly things being full of caca, you're going to see a whole army of Negro simps on my page. Watch. Man, listen, like me, like I said, there's a lot of things I disagree with Anthony Dream Johnson, but I kind of like what he has to say a lot of the times. He had made like a tweet, basically how, you know, black men sipping over just pearly things. I was like, you know what? I gave him a shout out. I said, you know, me and you, I don't agree with a lot that you said, but you spot on this. He's spot on this. He said, he's like, what do they see? Hey man, I'm not saying she don't put out any good content. That's not what. But I'm just saying, homie, the hope is not a strategy, bruv. Hope is not a strategy. These people are not on your side. It's up to you, bro. It's not time. The 1950s is not coming back.